What if self-doubt was the only thing holding you back from your dreams? Today, we're breaking down how to silence that inner critic and step confidently toward your goals. Imagine the life you could create if you let go of fear and fully believed in yourself. Stay tuned. It's time to unlock your potential and move forward with purpose. Self-doubt is like an invisible wall. It stands between you and your goals, making each step forward seem daunting. We've all faced moments where we wonder, am I good enough? This feeling isn't uncommon. Even some of the most accomplished people you see today, whether in business, art, or leadership, have doubted themselves at some point. But here's the key difference: they learn to recognize self-doubt as a signal, not as a stop sign. Self-doubt often springs from fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. But once you understand that self-doubt is just a reaction to unfamiliar territory, it loses some of its power. Today, I want you to start seeing self-doubt differently. It doesn't mean you're unqualified or incapable. It means you're challenging yourself to grow. Embrace it as part of the journey, and remember, every time you step beyond it, you're building confidence for your future. Often, the hardest part of any journey is simply starting. That first step is where most people hesitate. Doubt whispers questions like, what if it doesn't work out? But the reality is, staying in place guarantees nothing will change. I recall a moment early in my career when I had the chance to speak to a small group. My nerves were on edge, and I kept questioning myself. Then I realized if I didn't take this step, I'd never know what I was capable of. I took that first step, even though my voice trembled and my hands shook. Looking back, I'm grateful I did, because each step became easier. That's the beauty of action. It builds momentum. Every small victory silences the voice of self-doubt. Whatever goal you're contemplating, take that first step today. Remember, movement in any direction is better than staying paralyzed by doubt. With each step, you'll start to see your capability unfold. Self-doubt often stems from the stories we tell ourselves. If your inner dialogue is filled with thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I don't have what it takes, those words become barriers to your progress. Positive self-talk isn't about lying to yourself. It's about building yourself up with truths that support your growth. Start each day with affirmations like, I am capable, I am resilient, and I can handle challenges. In my own life, I started practicing positive self-talk at a critical turning point. At first, it felt strange, almost forced. But as I repeated these affirmations daily, they started sinking in, and I noticed a shift. My mindset became my biggest supporter rather than my biggest critic. Replace those doubtful thoughts with empowering ones. Remind yourself of your past successes, no matter how small, and build from there. Over time, your mind will start believing in your strengths. One of the biggest reasons self-doubt lingers is the fear of failure. We imagine all the things that could go wrong, often overestimating the risk and underestimating our resilience. Failure is simply feedback. It's the universe's way of saying, try another approach. Early in my journey, I experienced setbacks that left me questioning my path. But each failure taught me a lesson. I learned to see these moments not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. Think about your own life. Maybe there's something you've been avoiding because you're afraid it won't work out. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it. Every successful person you admire has failed multiple times. They took those lessons, adjusted, and moved forward. Failure isn't final. It's a tool for refining your approach. Each stumble is a step closer to success, as long as you're willing to learn from it. People often think achieving their dreams requires massive changes all at once. But the truth is, success is built through small, consistent actions. Doubt arises when we feel overwhelmed by the size of our goals. By breaking down your big dreams into manageable steps, you can start making steady progress. When I was building my career, I didn't set out to change the world overnight. Instead, I focused on showing up every day, doing a little more, and improving bit by bit. Think of a small step you can take today that aligns with your goals. Maybe it's reading for 10 minutes, practicing a new skill, or reaching out to a mentor. These actions may seem minor, but over time they compound into something powerful. With every small step, you're proving to yourself that progress is possible. Each bit of effort chips away at self-doubt and brings you closer to your ultimate vision. Remember, consistency is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Who you spend time with has a tremendous impact on your mindset. If you're surrounded by people who constantly doubt or discourage you, their negativity can seep into your own thoughts. But when you're around those who believe in you and encourage you, your self-belief naturally grows stronger. Early in my career, I was fortunate to meet a mentor who had an unwavering belief in my potential. He'd tell me, I know you're capable, and I know you'll get there. That confidence inspired me to believe in myself too. Take a look at the people in your life. Seek out those who lift you up, and limit time with those who bring you down. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow and remind you of your strengths. These positive influences will become a source of strength as you work towards your goals, helping you keep doubt at bay. Remember, when you're backed by positive energy, your path forward becomes much clearer. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine reaching your goals. Picture the moment in as much detail as you can, how you feel, who's around you, the sense of accomplishment. This mental practice sends a powerful message to your mind that success is within your reach. Visualization helps transform doubt into determination, giving you a clear image of the future you're working toward. Knowledge builds confidence. One of the reasons people doubt themselves is they feel they don't know enough to succeed. But this is something you can change. Commit to learning something new every day, even if it's just a small piece of knowledge. Early on, I made a promise to myself. Never stop learning. Whether it was reading a book, listening to a podcast, or taking a class, each new piece of information brought me a step closer to my goals. When you learn, you grow, and with growth comes confidence. Start today, pick up a book, watch a tutorial, or ask questions. Each new skill and piece of knowledge builds your self-belief. Remember, every expert started as a beginner. By investing in learning, you're investing in your future self. Over time, your growing expertise will make self-doubt feel like a distant memory. One reason self-doubt creeps in is the lack of clear direction. When you have a goal but no plan, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and uncertain. Setting specific, actionable goals gives you a roadmap to follow, making the journey feel more manageable. When I began my career, I set small goals for myself, steps I knew I could achieve one at a time. Each small accomplishment built my confidence and kept me focused on moving forward. Break down your big dreams into small, achievable goals. Set clear milestones that you can reach in a realistic time frame. With every goal you achieve, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of moving forward. Each step builds momentum, transforming doubt into confidence. Remember, a clear path forward silences the voice of self-doubt and keeps you motivated on the road to success. Patience is key in overcoming self-doubt. We live in a world of instant gratification, where we expect quick results. But success is a long game. There were times in my life when I became frustrated because things weren't moving as fast as I hoped. I doubted myself, wondering if I was good enough. But it was during those moments that I learned the power of patience. The journey requires time, and each step forward is progress. Remember, you're not behind. You're right where you need to be. Embrace the process. Understand that success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. The more patient you are with yourself, the more you'll be able to focus on the next step, without being overwhelmed by how long it might take. Success comes to those who stay consistent and trust the journey. How many times self-doubt arises because we focus too much on what we lack instead of acknowledging our strengths? We all have unique skills and talents, but sometimes we forget to appreciate them. I've often met people who doubt their ability because they're too focused on what others are doing. I was once guilty of this myself. But the truth is, no one else has your exact set of strengths and experiences. Take a moment today to list your strengths. What are the things you do well? What compliments have others given you in the past? Recognizing and acknowledging your strengths is crucial in building confidence and moving forward. Instead of comparing yourself to others, embrace what makes you unique. Self-doubt is often a sign of stepping into unknown or uncomfortable situations. This discomfort is necessary for growth. I remember the first time I had to speak in front of a large audience. My heart raced and my hands trembled. But I also knew that stepping into discomfort would push me forward. Discomfort is the breeding ground for growth. When you push past it, you find your true potential. The next time you face an uncomfortable situation, don't back away, embrace it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's where your real potential lies. Every time you push through fear and self-doubt, you grow stronger and more confident. Change can feel intimidating, but it's a natural part of life. Self-doubt often arises when we're faced with change because it shakes our sense of stability. But without change, there is no progress. I used to fear change. It was easier to stay in my comfort zone. However, once I started embracing change, I realized it's the catalyst for personal transformation. Change is necessary for growth. Instead of fearing it, seek it. Embrace the uncertainty that comes with change, because it's through change that you learn, evolve, and move closer to your goals. When you allow change to happen, it often brings you closer to the version of yourself you're meant to be. When self-doubt creeps in, One of the most effective ways to stay motivated is to reconnect with your why, the deeper reason behind your goals. I found that when my purpose is clear, doubt fades into the background. When I started my journey, I often asked myself, why am I doing this? This question gave me clarity and motivation to keep going, even when things were tough. Ask yourself why your goals matter to you, what drives you. When you reconnect with your purpose, your why becomes a shield against doubt, reminding you that your efforts are worth it. It's the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when challenges arise. Self-doubt often arises from a fixed mindset, where we believe our abilities are limited. But the moment you shift to a growth mindset, you realize that you have the power to improve, learn, and adapt. I used to think there were certain things I couldn't do. But once I embraced the idea that growth comes from effort and learning, my self-doubt began to diminish. Challenge yourself to adopt a growth mindset. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can't do this yet. With effort and persistence, you will see improvement. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, and with that growth comes confidence. A growth mindset makes everything possible. Your day starts the moment you wake up. What you do in the first hour sets the tone for the rest of your day. When I first started taking control of my mornings, I noticed a dramatic shift in my mindset. Instead of waking up feeling overwhelmed and anxious, I developed a morning routine that set me up for success. A strong morning routine gives you focus and clarity, reducing self-doubt and setting the tone for productivity. Whether it's a few minutes of meditation, exercise, or reading, creating a morning routine empowers you to take charge of your day. This small act of discipline makes a big difference in how you approach your goals. Start your mornings with intention, and you'll carry that energy with you throughout the day. Self-doubt often comes from externalizing our challenges. We blame others, our circumstances, or even bad luck. But when you take full responsibility for your actions and decisions, you regain control of your life. I've learned that the more responsibility I took for my own success, the less room there was for doubt. The power is in your hands. Instead of waiting for the right circumstances or blaming others, take ownership. Your actions, decisions, and mindset are what ultimately shape your reality. By taking responsibility, you transform yourself from a victim of circumstances to a creator of your destiny. Sometimes seeing others succeed is the best way to overcome your own doubts. It's easy to believe that success is out of reach when you're isolated from positive role models. But when I started surrounding myself with successful individuals, whether through books, podcasts, or mentorship, I realized that success is not reserved for a select few. Success is available to anyone willing to put in the work. Find success stories, whether in books, documentaries, or real-life mentors. Use these stories to remind yourself that success is possible. Let them inspire and motivate you, and let them serve as proof that if they can do it, so can you. Self-doubt often stems from focusing too much on the end result. We become obsessed with outcomes, which can paralyze us when results don't come quickly enough. I've learned that the process is just as important as the outcome. If you trust the process, if you focus on the steps, the results will come. The key is consistency. By focusing on the process and staying committed to it, you can eliminate the pressure of immediate results. Trust that with every effort, you're getting closer to your goal. This mindset reduces doubt because it shifts your focus to what you can control, the process itself. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools to counter self-doubt. When you take a moment each day to picture yourself achieving your goals, you're training your mind to believe it's possible. During my early career, I faced numerous challenges, but I used visualization to create a mental image of where I wanted to be. That image motivated me to keep going, even on difficult days. Make it a habit to visualize your success. See yourself overcoming challenges, accomplishing your goals, and feeling the sense of achievement. This daily practice strengthens your belief in your abilities and helps clear away the fog of doubt. The more vividly you can see it, the more you'll feel capable of achieving it. Self-doubt often stems from focusing on what we lack. Gratitude shifts that focus to what we already have, changing our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Early on, I struggled with self-doubt and worry, but once I began practicing gratitude, I realized how much I already had to support me on my journey. It changed my perspective and renewed my confidence. Take a few moments each day to list things you're grateful for, whether it's supportive friends, past accomplishments, or new opportunities. This simple practice reminds you that you have a foundation to build on. Gratitude grounds you, reduces feelings of doubt, and keeps you focused on the positives rather than the uncertainties. Big goals can be overwhelming, and sometimes they lead to self-doubt because they feel so far out of reach. But when you break them down into smaller, manageable steps, you build momentum and confidence. I remember wanting to achieve major career milestones but feeling unsure of how to get there. So I started setting smaller goals, celebrating each small win along the way. I set achievable goals for yourself. Start small and build up gradually. Every small success boosts your confidence and reduces self-doubt. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Celebrate each step forward, knowing that each small goal achieved is one more step toward your bigger vision. We often allow setbacks to fuel our self-doubt, viewing them as evidence of our shortcomings. But setbacks are a natural part of growth, and they provide valuable lessons. I've encountered many setbacks in my life, and each one taught me something crucial. Instead of seeing them as failures, I chose to see them as stepping stones to success. When you face a setback, don't be too hard on yourself. Analyze what went wrong, take the lesson, and apply it moving forward. Avoid self-criticism and focus on self-improvement. The more you learn from your setbacks, the stronger and more resilient you become. Over time, setbacks will become experiences that propel you forward rather than holding you back. Finally, don't forget to celebrate each success, no matter how small. Recognizing your achievements reinforces your belief in yourself. Self-doubt often thrives on the notion that we're not good enough, but by celebrating every step, you're reminding yourself of your progress. I used to keep a journal of my accomplishments, big and small. It became a record of my growth, a constant reminder of how far I'd come. Take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made. Each accomplishment, every challenge you've overcome, is proof of your ability to succeed. By celebrating these wins, you're building a foundation of confidence. These small victories create a powerful mindset shift, reminding you that success is not a destination but a journey. Embrace your achievements and use them as fuel to keep moving forward. No matter what challenges lie ahead, indecision breeds doubt. Often we hesitate to make decisions out of fear of making the wrong choice. But making a decision and committing to it wholeheartedly is empowering. It shows self-trust. In my own journey, some of my best experiences came when I took decisive action. Even if the path wasn't always perfect, I learned, grew, and moved forward. Don't get caught up in endless analysis. Make a decision and move forward with confidence. The willingness to act, to commit fully, eliminates doubt, because it requires you to trust yourself. Decisions shape your future, and each one is an opportunity to progress. So choose a path, commit, and take each step knowing that you are capable of adapting and growing along the way. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your mindset. If you surround yourself with negative people or energy, it can be difficult to shake off self-doubt. In my early days, I spent time with people who constantly criticized and doubted me. It was draining. But as soon as I made the decision to surround myself with positive influences, my outlook changed. Seek out people who uplift you, who encourage your dreams, and who see your potential. They don't need to be in the same field as you, but they should believe in growth and positivity. When you're around people who are motivated and supportive, their energy will inspire you to take action and push past self-doubt. Self-doubt often arises when we start worrying about things outside our control. We can't control the economy, other people's opinions, or the unpredictability of life. But we can control our actions, attitudes, and how we respond to challenges. I once spent too much time worrying about things I couldn't change, and it only amplified my doubts. To overcome self-doubt, focus on what you can control: your mindset, your effort, and your response to challenges. When you focus on improving yourself and your situation, external factors lose their power over you. By focusing on what you can control, you not only reduce doubt but also increase your ability to succeed. Fear is a natural part of the human experience, and it often shows up when we're about to take a big step. It's easy to let fear hold you back, convincing you that you're not ready or capable. But taking action, even when you're afraid, is the key to breaking through doubt. Early in my career, I was terrified of failure. But I learned that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Take action even when you're scared. It doesn't have to be a perfect step, but moving forward is crucial. Each time you push past fear, you weaken its hold on you. The more you act despite fear, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare yourself to others, it's easy to feel like you're falling short. The truth is, everyone's journey is unique, and comparing your progress to someone else's is futile. I spent years trying to measure my success against others, and it only added to my self-doubt. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Every person has their own strengths and challenges, and success doesn't look the same for everyone. By focusing on your own path, you can eliminate self-doubt and build confidence in your ability to succeed on your terms. One of the most powerful ways to combat self-doubt is through positive self-affirmations. The words we tell ourselves shape our reality. I remember when I was just starting out, I struggled with self-doubt and negative thoughts. I started repeating positive affirmations every day. Like I am capable, I am deserving of success, and I have the power to achieve my goals over time. Those affirmations became my reality. Incorporate positive affirmations into your daily routine. They may feel awkward at first, but the more you say them, the more they will influence your mindset. The power of words is undeniable. Choose them wisely and make them a part of your journey. Self-doubt often happens when we second-guess ourselves and overthink every decision. In those moments, it's easy to forget that we have an inner compass that can guide us. I've learned over the years that trusting my intuition has been one of the best ways to overcome self-doubt. When I follow my gut, I'm usually on the right path, even if logic tries to tell me otherwise. I'll listen to your inner voice and trust your instincts. When you do, you'll find that many of your doubts were based on external influences and fears rather than your true potential. The more you trust yourself, the more confident you'll become in your decisions and actions. It's easy to dismiss small victories, but every step forward is worth celebrating. When you acknowledge and appreciate even the smallest achievements, you remind yourself of your ability to succeed. I used to be so focused on the big goals that I overlooked the progress I was making along the way. Over time, I realized that every small success was a building block toward my larger dreams. Make it a habit to celebrate your progress. Whether it's finishing a difficult task, learning something new, or simply staying consistent, each step forward deserves recognition. Celebrating your progress builds momentum, reinforces your self-belief, and reminds you that you're capable of achieving even bigger successes.